Child deserves to have someone who believes in them. Luckily for me, I had many. I'm the second oldest of 8 children, and I came from a home that had both parents, and each parent wanted the best for their children. As a teenager, I always assumed my parents would have my back and would shrug off any time that they would try to encourage me, as if they had to tell me that because they're my parents. I wasn't always the easiest of kids, and definitely tested my parents' boundaries. I came from a relatively religious house where my mom would meet with other moms quite frequently, where they would discuss religion and they would advise each other on how to raise their children. I grew to dislike these meeting days because my mom would always come home and she would always say, "So and so says you should do this, Ryan." It created more work for me and I would have none of that. Fast forward years down the road, I remember my mom sitting me down and having a heart-to-heart with me. She said, "So and so believes in you, Ryan. She told me that I should expect big things from you, and you will make a difference." At the time, since I had an adversity to this person, I did not care. As a young adult, I would often reflect, and that conversation would creep back into my head. I knew I had big shoes to fill. I knew I had to live up to what this person thought I was going to do. It motivated me, and it pushed me to be better, because someone believed in me. These emotions rush back to me today as I discussed and I shared a YouTube video with my staff. The YouTube video was a boy, about 9 years old, who would sit in class and would tap his fingers on his desk. That noise distracted other students and distracted teachers, and the teachers would always tell him to stop making the noise and they would send him off to the principal's office. A couple years down the road, one teacher finally called him up and said, "Hey, you need to stay after class today." During that conversation, he told the student, "You're not a problem, but I think you may be a drummer." And the story goes that the teacher gave him his first set of drumsticks. Those first set of drumsticks not only got him through that year, but paid for his college and has set him up for a career as a musician. This person's testimony shares the power that this teacher had in his life. This teacher believed in him, and it set him up for success. In education, we truly have an opportunity to make an impact. We must believe in each other and do whatever it takes to help our kids. The Be the One movement started because I saw too many people afraid of building those relationships. In high school, we wonder why kids are tardy. In middle school, we wonder about bullying. In elementary, we talk about kids not being excited about school. It starts with relationships and we build from there. Relationships are our foundation where we bring academics in and build the structure. I am here to tell you that you have the power to change the life of a child. I'm a proud educator and I'm proud to stand next to all of you. We must continue to push each other and tune out the naysayers. As in the video mentioned, it takes one person to change the outcome of the life. Make that person you. Thanks for listening, and make sure you follow the movement and the journey using #BeTheOne.